We're here. We're part of the urban environment in Philadelphia. And so what I try to do through my office is to be that liaison between the Archdiocese and the Black Catholic community, wherever they are. We now have spread from throughout the city to the nearby suburbs of the Archdiocese.
Deacon, you say people forget, so talk to us a little bit more about that. Well, what's the typical tone with regard to not just race relations, but community relations between Black Catholics and non-Black Catholics?
I think that I've heard, and I've actually heard firsthand, people say, I didn't know that there were Black Catholics, or I didn't know there were so many Black Catholics. And we number over 20,000 in our city.
Well, have you been in contact with His Excellency about these relationships, your expectations, and what you plan to do ahead of Pope Francis's visit?
Certainly we have. I report directly up through one of the auxiliary bishops who reports directly to the Archbishop, of course. And so with Bishop McIntyre, he's fully aware that we plan certain ad hoc events that celebrate the World Meeting of Families and try to bring our Black Catholic community together. The principal thing we're doing is the 2-night revival that kicks off World Meeting of Families week.
Okay.
Monday the 21st of September and Tuesday the 22nd. We'll be at the historic Church of the Jesu in North Philadelphia.
It's a 2-day revival, and more than anything else, you write, or it has been written, that this is more to prepare you for Pope Francis's visit. In what way, Deacon? How is this going to prepare you and your parishioners?
I would hope that 2-day revival puts us in the spirit of coming together as families and communities, that it is indeed a joyous celebration that the World Meeting of Families Week is, that in addition to it being capped off by the Holy Father's visit, that the World Meeting of Family is a celebration of the family, and it is a discussion of the issues that affect families. And we want to focus, particularly in the urban community and in the Black Catholic community, is sometimes the issues we face are a little bit different. I mean, we're facing unemployment, poverty, those issues. So we want to start the dialogue about that so that whatever we hear at the World Meeting of Families Congress, we take back to our parishes and to our communities and try to make a difference.
And this is a widespread effort, right, Deacon Bill? It's not just one parish, but several. I hear that even some are planning an African heritage mass, as well as one focused on Ghanaian culture.
That's exactly correct. All week long in our urban communities, and I heard it's not only in the Black Catholic communities, but just about every ethnic community who has a bishop that's visiting is planning some kind of mass. There's an Irish mass planned. There's a Ghanaian mass, as you just said. The African Family Heritage Mass is a fantastic event where all of the countries from the continent of Africa who will be present in Philadelphia are invited to a liturgy on one of the evenings. That'll be Wednesday evening.
And your choir is getting ready as well.
Yes, it is. I heard the first practice the other night. Right now we're up to 80 voices strong, and we expect maybe to go to 150. And we're just going to make joyful noise and praise the Lord. Has
this encouraged the community, Deacon? Has it added just some sense of hope throughout a community that you say is struggling or is sometimes invisible?
I certainly hope that it can be something that can galvanize the community, that now that we are really getting together and getting behind something that is so visible, we'll realize the power of the people, so that we can work closer together as parishes and as groups. For me, the parishes themselves are the ones that are doing that heavy lifting out there. And, I think that the more that we can work together to hit the streets and evangelize and to spread the joy of the gospel, the more chance we have of building our church and our community, and also being more visible to get young people.
Okay, Deacon, we have less than a minute left. I have to ask you this. We're hearing reports that security measures are in place, but some are criticizing they may be excessive. Is this a concern? Is this adding an extra strain?
I just read an article in the paper about that. They're criticizing the mayor pretty strongly for the things that are put in place, and I kind of feel that there's got to be a blend of both, because you just can't ignore the concerns about security, but you can't lock down the city either. All the plans haven't been revealed. There'll be a press conference this week to really talk about how do you open up the necessary things in Center City so that all the services and access can be had. But, the early plans on the security do seem to be a little bit overbearing.
All right, Deacon Bill, thank you. I'm afraid we have to leave it there, but I do appreciate your talking with us. I know it's just going to be an amazing time. Thank you for being with us.
Thanks so much, Liz.
You're very welcome.